At 12 o'clock, we have South Carolina, which started off its season with a win despite looking not super great against Georgia State last week. They're going to be traveling to number 16 Arkansas, which was able to pull out a victory against Cincinnati last week. A big victory for Arkansas, causing Cincinnati to drop out of the top 25. Arkansas favored by 9 points on ESPN. And Spencer Rattler for South Carolina, he had his struggles against Georgia State. The Panthers' defense really gave him some fits at times. He went 23 of 37 last week, threw for 227 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, and had a 62.2% completion percentage. Jaheim Bell on the ground only had 7 carries for 39 yards, and he led the team with rushing. And Jalen Brooks had 4 catches for 88 yards. KJ Jefferson, on the other hand, had a phenomenal outing against Cincinnati. He went to 18 of 26, threw for 223 yards, 3 touchdowns with 0 interceptions, and had a 69.2% completion percentage. Raheem Sanders ended up having 20 carries for 117 yards last week, and Trey Knox had 6 catches for 75 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now, these two teams have met 23 times before, with Arkansas barely having the lead 13-10, but the last 3 games have gone to South Carolina to try and get this matchup a little bit closer. It used to be a 13-7 lead for Arkansas, but now it's a 13-10 lead South Carolina's cut it into. The last Arkansas win between these two rivals was in 2011. So I think this actually has the possibility of being a really close matchup. I understand Arkansas is a top 20 team right now, but South Carolina has really had its number over the past couple of years. Plus, Spencer Rattler, through all his faults, is a talented quarterback. He just might not have what it takes to go and win win consistently, but he has the talent there to possibly pull off a couple upsets this year, especially with the Gamecocks, who are a well-coached football team. Both these teams are looking good, but they have very different expectations to start the year. I feel like South Carolina would be very content with an 8-9 win season. Even a 7-win season would be a great progress for South Carolina to be bowl eligible back-to-back years, especially in a side that has Tennessee, Kentucky, Florida, and Georgia. I think Arkansas, though, has much bigger hopes. Obviously, it's going to be a long shot that they beat Alabama and Texas A&M and Ole Miss because they're on a really tough side this year. But if you could finish second or third in the division, that would on that side, that would be a huge victory for an Arkansas program under Sam Pittman. Personally, I don't think South Carolina is super great of a program of a team this year. I obviously picked them against them last week. That turned out not to go my way, but we're going to see what happens this week. I'm going to pick Arkansas to win and cover that 9-point spread.